In high school, I was in band, I was in chorus, I was in the madrigal singers, and I was in the musicals. So, despite my complete lack of musical knowledge, which I sort of shared in a previous video, I have some sort of connection to music. I'm not completely inept when it comes to music. Um, but I wanted to make some recommendations for listening to things that you might not otherwise be listening to. It's been a while since I just sort of stopped and listened to an album. And again, I don't know that much about sort of pop music, pop culture music, modern music, because I'm dumb. But I will listen to musical soundtracks, and I will listen to television and movie soundtracks. And so I just wanted to recommend some stuff to you that I really enjoy, either to listen to as background music or just to sit and to listen to. And because, especially when you get to musicals, you can actually listen to them and get what is, I feel like, an almost a full narrative experience. A lot of musicals, you can get most of the story, if not all of the story. If you go see them live, and nobody's going to see anything live right now, but if you go to see them live, you can on occasion, get scenes that you're not getting in the full cast album, but you're getting most of the story through the songs, and I think that's fantastic. But anyway, I was listening to today, and I forget the name of who wrote it, but it was actually a classical piece, well, an orchestral piece that we played in band in high school, and it's Symphony Number One, Lord of the Rings. And I apologize, I completely forget the composer's name who wrote it, but it was made before the Lord of the Rings movies, and it's a fantastic piece just sort of to listen to. It has, it's hard to sort of describe it, but like, and for me, it's all nostalgia because I remember being in in the auditorium playing the tuba along with these pieces. It's like four or five different movements, each one like 10 minutes long. It's really well done, and it does evoke sort of the feeling I feel of the Lord of the Rings stories. Um, and then the movies came out, and John Shore's, I think it's John Shore or Howard Shore, John Shore. The name of the composer for those, I don't remember either, but the Lord of the Rings soundtracks for the movies are also fantastic as background music. Another great thing that has fantastic music, and I use it for writing whenever I want to sit and write, but I don't want there to be silence. It's the season one Westworld soundtrack. Is absolutely fantastic for sort of getting in the mood of just sort of doing stuff with stuff in the background, but it's familiar, but they're interesting Western covers of several songs. So it's familiar, but it's new at the same time. As far as musicals go, I mean, everybody recommends Hamilton, which is great. I enjoy Hamilton a lot, but recently I've been listening to Hadestown, which, if you don't know Hadestown, get the soundtrack. It is basically a telling of the Greek myth of Orpheus and Eurydice. Um, but the music is fantastic. The aesthetic, if you go online and look at videos of performances, the set design and the costume choices are incredible. The voices of the singers are fantastic. So check that out. Also, the musical, it's called Six, the musical, and it is a musical about the six wives of Henry VIII. I believe it's Henry VIII. And it's presented as sort of a British girl pop band, a la the Spice Girls, and each one of them is they're singing and doing a singing competition slash concert to see who will lead the girl band. Fantastic, poppy, catchy, silly, a lot of fun. Um, so definitely check those out. And then, of course, one that I hadn't listened to in forever, and I just popped it in because it's ridiculous. It's called the 25th Annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, and that is a musical. If you listen to that, I think you can listen to it and basically get the entire story of the musical. It's just a bunch of strange, awkward kids doing a spelling bee, dealing with their parents, dealing with each other, trying to win. It's a lot of fun. But what things are you listening to as far as, do you have a favorite musical that you listen to? Do you have a favorite classical or orchestral piece that you listen to? I'd really like to know because I don't know. I like that stuff. I like rock. I like pop. I like all that stuff too. But give me something orchestral. Give me something acoustic. Give me something that's just instrumental. I'll fall in love with that stuff. And I'm always looking for new musicals to listen to as well. Today, it is 7 o'clock on the dot on the West Coast. It is April 11th. I am Chris Morse. This is the Morse Code, and I will see you tomorrow.